am the new Remington electric shaver. Twist my dial and I will obey you. At 1, I am gentle. At 2 and 3, I grow fiercer. At 4, I will annihilate the toughest whisker. 5 is for sideboards. 6 is for cleaning me. Thank you. That will be £8.19 and 6p.
Perhaps this one to start with?
Could be a little fuller.
Fuller? This is my favorite, the aroma. Now let us see about the right size.
If you could choose a cigarette that suited you,
Number 43.
at a price that suited you, the chances are you'd end up smoking Senior Service Extra.
Try one, sir. Oh, it suits you, sir.
Yes, I like it.
Senior Service Extra.
It suits you.
3 and 9 for 20.
When I wake up in the morning light, when I put on my jeans and I feel alright, I pull Brutus jeans on, I pull my Brutus jeans on. I pull Brutus jeans on, I pull my Brutus jeans on. I pull Brutus jeans on. I pull...
Oh, Rudy, oh, wop, bop, loo, bop, lop, bamboo.
There's one mild cigar that must be taken seriously. Special Panatellas, the big cigar from Benson and Hedges. The relentless gale crashed against Rodney's steel-set brow as Nora, his trusty companion, faltered in exhaustion. His arm, a rod of iron, urged her onward into the raging sleet pounding their coats. Resolutely, they conquered the last tortuous yards. Now, the tense moments of waiting. Suddenly, through the driving hail, a light flickered, drawing closer and closer. Rodney anxiously raised a powerful arm in warm salute, revealing the blast-proof protection of his acrylan warm coat. The acrylan warm coat look for this label.
You think it's a bit blue, Maureen? Is it? Nah, too green. There, he's gone red. Is that better?
Food. Oh, out of this world, eh?
Wouldn't it be ridiculous if you had to fiddle and twiddle with what you look at in the world around you?
We used to have, and we'd have a ploughman's lunch. You know, Norman and Beer and High School.
That's it. Hold it there.
It's called. Just
When you watch a Sony colour television, it's just like watching real life, because Sony's unique Trinitron Plus system gives you a picture so sharp and colour so natural, you take it for granted. Just like in real life. Sony, you won't see a picture more lifelike.
Fine, £50. Next case.
£6. That's all it would have cost me. Oh, no. I have to be clever. No.
Last year, nearly 40,000 people were convicted for not having a TV license.
Stupid I am. All of them. I can never do anything.
Please, get a TV license.
In this simple experiment, we examine the effect of beer on the feet. Now, these feet have been walking all day and are very tired. We see that there is no movement in them, which is due to lack of refreshment. So we administer the cold Heineken. Wait a few seconds, and we observe that the Heineken is already refreshing the feet, causing lively movements of the toes and activating the arches. Heineken is the only beer able to do this, because it refreshes the parts other beers cannot reach.
What are we going to order?
Better make it something fast.
Well, why don't we see if they have any bird's eye beef burgers? They're fast, ready in a jiffy. Delicious, too, especially those new pork burgers. Hey, they got a band.
Bird's eye beef burgers, when you've got to make it something fast.
Small cigars from Benson and Hedges.
Now let us examine 3 important, nay, magical words in the Celtic language. Here they are. No húsfara, jefancia, kodjekoa. Now to each of these words we add certain others, and I want you to tell me what they are. Morag?
No hoose for a plate full of bird's eye crinkly cut chips.
Very good. Hamish?
Do you fancy a helping of bird's eye potato croquettes for a change?
Excellent. Donald?
Could you go a bird's eye potato fritter?
Splendid, my boy.
Bird's eye, you canna whack them.
You canna whack them. You canna... why he cares was you canna whack them.
Well, girls, your last day at the Zermatt School for Young Ladies. And your final and most important lesson. How to spend Daddy's lovely money. Checkbooks open, girls? Pens at the ready? No, Felicity. I couldn't possibly go shopping in Knightsbridge with one of those. A pen with style, a pen with élan, a Parker Lady in white rolled gold. Lots just seem to roll from its tip. Signatures flow with a flourish. Now then, all together, girls. Yes, Celia?
Madame, does one spell pence with an S or a C?
I don't think you need worry about that, my dear.
The Parker Lady in white roll gold, £9.95.
My, that's awfully good. Bulmer's Dry Reserve. A delightful drink. From a good stable, one might say. Dry Reserve is distinct from other ciders due to its subtle dryness. Specially blended, not to be too sweet or too gassy. That is why it's a bit more different to what other ciders is.
Dry Reserve. A bit posher than your average cider.
Tu Gwen?
Huh?
Et comment va?
Gwen?
Gwens.
Gin.
Gwens. 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 Gwens.
Usual day?
Sure, the usual.
C'est ça.
Tout usual.
Draft Usual. Beer that keeps its head without losing its cool.
Du bonnet, if long, hot days please you. Du bonnet, when friends are pleased to come. Du bonnet, if sharing pleases you. Du bonnet, if you find eating and drinking a pleasant thing. Du bonnet, if you please yourself. Du bonnet, s'il vous plaît.
Please keep matches away from children.
You are Thomas Edward Linfield. You have identified the body of the deceased, Sarah Louise Linfield.
The windscreen was shattered, and there was extensive damage to the near side bumper.
Can I have a go on the swings when we get there, Daddy?
If you're a good girl. Examination. The steering was found to be perfect, and the brakes in first-class condition.
We understand that your daughter was in the front of the car next to you, though as a rule she sat at the back.
Can I sit in the front seat where Mummy sits?
All right, then. It's not that far to the park.
I like sitting in the front. I'd like to drive a car when I grow up.
Hand have recorded that death was due to internal hemorrhaging caused by crushing of the ribcage.
And then, you say, without warning, the van suddenly pulled out.
Make sure your child always rides in the back of your car, strapped in safely if possible. Never let a small child travel in the front.
He's out right in.
He's out.
Do you know where he is?
Just a minute, I'll look at his caps. His work cap's here. His football cap's here. His John Smith's cap's here. His fishing cap's missing. He's fishing.
When it comes to John Smith's Yorkshire Bitter, never judge a person by appearances.
You know two reasons I left the North Pole? First, the frothy crest with all the fruity flavors. Second, I ain't too hot on the ice, man.
Cresta in 5 fruity flavors.
It's frothy, man.
happiness is a cigar called Hamlet, the mild cigar.
Dashed shame, really. She was a fine old ship.
I didn't mention the old bit when I booked my passage.
Oh, come off it, Sprat, old chap. Still, pity she went down before we finished dinner. Missed the liqueurs, what?
Could have done with a drop myself. Yeah.
I'm afraid I might have some rather bad news for some of you. Davis only had time to bring the port. That's my after-dinner tipple, but what about the rest of you?
Well, I should say so, sir.
Cockburns, is it?
Cockburns.
Oh, Cockburns. Very good.
Oh, you mean Coburns? Yes, Special Reserve.
Cockburns.
After dinner, a bottle of port is really all you need. Coburn Special Reserve. A very fine bottle of port.
Did anyone bring the petit four?
When I say goodbye to you, promise me that you'll be true. When I say goodbye to you, I'll be back soon. One alone to be my own, I alone to know her caresses, one to be.
Bird's eye roast chicken dinner for one.
One my worshipping soul.
Roast chicken, sausage, stuffing, peas and creamed potatoes. Especially handy for people who aren't used to being on their own.
Tell me how you got on then, son. Pitchy tent on high ground like I told you to, did you?
Egg bacon and Heinz spaghetti.
How was the cooking? Porridge isn't half good out of those billies, isn't it? Not too many mosquitoes, I hope. Weather all right, was it? Not too rainy? Oh, and the songs. Ging-gang, gooly, 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 watch you. Ging-gang-goo, ging-gang-goo, ging-gang.
Spaghetti all right, love?
It's nice to be home, Mum.
Ging-gang-goo, ging-gang, gooly, 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 gooly.
Is someone you love a Heinz spaghetti lover?
I cannot understand why otherwise sensible and mature people don't take a more responsible attitude two worlds, their financial affairs. Personally, I always let the national provincial bank handle that side of things. For some time now, I've taken advantage of the savings account. You put a little bag each week into Horace, and when she's full, you take it to a little the national provincial. It's awfully nice, really, and he pays it all into your account, and your money grows. The interest rates are quite considerable, and more or less, that's how I got where I am today. And to think, 2 years ago, I had nothing.
Last stop on round would be old Ma Peggotty's place. 'Twas like taking bread to the top of the world. 'Twas a grand ride back, though. I knew baker at half kettle on and doorsteps of hot always ready. There's wheat germ in that loaf, he'd say. Get it inside you, boy, and you'll be going up that hill as fast as you come down.
Though this still has many times more wheat germ than ordinary bread, it's as good for you today as it's always been.
I'm a-going back a few years, when punters knew a bit about beer. If it was a courage best, that's when you'd hear this strange protest. Funny glasses with a little piece of ice. Anything that comes with lemon in a slice. Fancy cocktails that are shaken and not stirred. Drinks with cherries in that make you look absurd. With your finger cocked to leave your friends impressed. Anything that ain't a pint of courage best. Mine's a pint of best.
Remember a pint of best. Courage do.
On your last trip, did you discover what the Earth people eat? They eat a great many of these. They peel them with their metal knives, boil them for 20 of their minutes. Then they smash them all to bits. They are clearly a most primitive people.
For mash, get smash.
Della città largo, la 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 la, presto bottega che la vigia presto, la 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 la. Figaro, sul qua, sul qua, Figaro qua, Figaro là, Figaro qua, Figaro là, Figaro su, Figaro giù, Figaro su, Figaro giù. Quanta business, come muove nel sole, ai cori della città, della città, della città, della città, della città. Bravo Figaro, bravissimo, bravo Figaro, bravissimo, fortunatissimo, 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 Enrica. Bravo Figaro, bravissimo, Figaro, bravissimo, fortunatissimo, 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 Enrica. Soy il Cotton della città, soy il Cotton della città, della città, della città, della città.
You see, I was standing outside my mouse hole the other day when all of a sudden, along comes this cat. So quick as a flash, I turn into a dog. A ruff ruff. But the cat turned into a dragon. So I turned into a fire engine. How's that? And then he turned into a submarine. So I became a submarine-eating kipper. I said a kipper, not a slipper. Thank you very much. But he turned into an anti-kipper ballistic missile. So I turned into a missile cruncher. Crunch, 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 crunch. Just in time to see him change into a very, very big elephant. So do you know what I did then? I turned back into a mouse, and I gave him the fright of his life. Just like that.
Small cigars from Benson and Hedges.
Like your new dog art, right? Here, boy. Up, up. Down. Sit. Heel. Doesn't do much, does he?
Fancy a drop of John Smith's? He just needs the right motivation.
John Smith's Bitter, a tough act to follow.
Mr. Hughes wants to go to the bathroom.
Right here, Mr. Hughes.
If there was anything that Howard Hughes trusted less than people, it was floors. He thought they were all contaminated. His last 15 years as a total recluse were full of strange quirks like this. Today and all this week in the New Style Daily Express, you can read Howard Hughes' The Hidden Years, the true story of those 15 years revealed by two of his closest aides. You won't believe it until you read it. Even then, you still won't believe it.
Have you found them?
Yes, sir.
I only want the best on my newspaper.
Oh, they're the best. Adam Raphael, political writer. Because of his investigation, 2 parliamentary select committees have been set up. Clive James, he won the Television Critic of the Year award, sharp as a razor.
Sport?
Oh, another award winner, Hugh McIlvanney, Sports Writer of the Year 4 times, and the photographers won prizes too.
Who's this? White House?
Oh, no, sir. That's Catherine White-Horn. She writes books, etc. One clever lady.
Good work. Where do we hire them?
Problem, sir. See, they all write for The Observer. I tried everything. They just won't move.
Then we'll have to buy the newspaper.
I already did.
The Observer. You can't buy a better Sunday newspaper.
That's very nice, thank you. I can't smile, everybody, please, smile.
Waste of time if you haven't taken a light reading.
That's all right. This Olympus is completely automatic. It works out the light, and you just click the shutter.
Ah, it's okay for snaps, but just you try and enlarge them. You see, the trouble with these small cameras is the lens.
No problem. There's a Seco lens. They use it on the Olympus OM1, one of the best cameras in the world.
Well, I suppose they're all right for you boys, but you wouldn't get a professional using one.
Do you know who that is?
Who?
David Bailey.
David Bailey? Who's he?
The Olympus Trip. So simple, anyone can use it.
At the height of the Mabongo uprising, a garrison of 80 British infantry were surrounded by 30,000 hostile warriors. With just 2 weeks' supply of food and ammunition left, a truce was arranged.
As the cinema audience has been informed, you Brits are going to be kept cooped up in that there fort for the next 2 weeks. Now, these two gentlemen are here from the Benson and the Hedges flag-making company in the UK and England, and they think it a jolly good idea to give the old silk cut a bit of a bash for the next fortnight. Researching having shown that how long it takes to get used to the amazing mild taste. And that about how long you got.
After 2 weeks of siege and silk cut,
Sorry, man. Hello there. Hello. Well, now you've tried the silk cut for the 2 weeks. How you contemplate the thought of changing to them?
I switch tomorrow, given half the chance, man.
Carry on, Sergeant.
Sorry.
2 packs of the old Hatta brand for 1 packet of the Lotus silk cut.
Not on your Nelly.
So, there you have it, folks. Conclusive proof that it do take 2 weeks for you smokers to turn to the mild taste of silk cut. And by the way, if you get problems with those extra stubborn stains, the ones...
Stanley Gimbo had a passion for orange. Everything he owned had to be orange. Orange clothes, orange car, orange house. Unfortunately, Stanley was totally colourblind. However, his taste buds were perfect, and only one fizzy drink was orange enough. The whole fruit in Tango was unmistakable. One thing did bother him, though. Why did they put it in a turquoise can?
Tango, unmistakably orange.
Anything could happen tonight.
Got me LA shirt and my disco trousers all topped off with an Elvis quiff. The night is young and I smell like a surfer. Want some mates to go out with. Got a mate called Brown and a mate called Jones. We're off to meet a mate called Smith.
John Smith's great new lager with that bit of Yorkshire bite. Beautiful.
I could meet a bird by the name of Lulu. Moves like a Zulu on a hot tin plate. She might seem keen and dance like a dream, but nothing comes between me and me mate. For a great little mover that goes down smoother, get yourself a mate called Smith.